I dig this music though. Very light, very relaxing. I mean, it's no Faith of the Heart, but close enough. Man, I don't get
I
people.
love Faith of the Heart.
I don't get
Best
people who
Star Trek
hate it.
opening theme songs ever.
Exactly. I don't get people who hate it. It's fucking great.
Daddy,
I mean, I liked it. I watched the theme song every episode until like end of season 2, and I'm like, okay, I can just skip it now. Well, season 3 was all about the damn Zindi.
Yeah, they decided to do a season arc, which wasn't that great. But like season 1 was really cool, and then like I think the last season, season 4, they got back to doing that. They were really starting to find their stride, doing like 2 to 3 episode stories, oftentimes connected to stuff in Star Trek lore, and it was just awesome. And then Moonves came in at CBS and canceled him because he didn't like science fiction television.
I was like, what the fuck? I mean, I was like, okay, Enterprise was my jam back when it was going.
I have to admit, rewatching Enterprise, I liked it so much better than when I originally watched it on broadcast.
I went back and rewatched it a couple times, and I'm like on season 4 right now, and I'm like, why the hell did I ever cancel this shit? I mean, yeah, I like Discovery and Picard, but
Yep. Literally because Les Moonves became the head of CBS Paramount, and he did not like science fiction television, so he told them to cancel the show.
Well, maybe someone should cancel him.
They did like 2 years ago because apparently he was really he was part of that evil breed of TV executive who was awful handsy.
say the border there and there.
Fine. I seen that it's been a while since we've seen this scene.
Very strange.
Not that strange, it's the Hall of Warriors. An honored dead.
Makes a good impression.
To those who gave their lives for the cause.
Good day, Lord Singer. My name is Captain Erilis. I come here on behalf of the Ferengi Trade Empire and the Orion Civil Shipping Service to act as a purveyor of goods for thy house. I know that you may have had some problems with some Ferengi in the past, but rest assured, for the sake of good profit, our relations will be more than profitable. I'll The honor will be all mine, Lord Singer.
Well, I hope this one doesn't disappoint you. Of course, I may not be Klingon, but my blood pie could fool you.
Nice.
Well, Arilys will give a toothy
course.
smile and will bow before the Lorsinger.
Delet will copy him with that.
Well, perhaps one question might be out of the ordinary. I mean, obviously, you've told us not to pick any knife fights, but is there any other etiquette that we should adhere to while we're in there? My first time being in a Klingon world, you see.
Understood.
Very much understood.
Oh, I'm ready for the challenge. trained with some of the best. I'm not worried.
Let them come forth, ready to prove themselves before us.
What? You go first. I went first last time.
Okay.
Oda's scowl just kind of deepens at the side of the Ferengi.
Greetings, Joe Oda. I am Esu Dalad, and I am excited and prepared to devote my cooking behind your blade.
Greetings, Joe Oda. I am Captain Arillis of Ferenginar, here to serve all your non-combat needs.
Oda, who's big even for a Klingon, kind of looks down from his perch. The throne of the Lord of the House is about a century old captain's chair from a bridge of a Klingon warship, and it's very angular and metal and brutalist architecture looking. And I look from the pit to the surrounding Klingons. Pull that up. House SupQit'aH is Dugna Da. Ever since our founding, SupQit'aH himself did not disdain the service and honor of non-Klingons to the house. Thus, the friends of SupQit'aH honored in the Fortress of the Fallen. Thus, lore singer Sasir, who has proven herself again and again in both song and combat, to take her respected place among the lore singers of the Empire. Now, 2 more will join SupQit'aH to serve this great house and to bring honor to its name. Otherwise, while SupQit'aH honors all friends, it does not forgive enemies. Know this. There are 6 dictates of House SupQit'aH that you will follow at all times. First, raise SupQit'aH ever higher with glorious deeds and honorable actions. Second, repay in full every friend who serves the house and every enemy who wrongs it. Third, be bound by honor, not tradition. Fourth, make allies when possible and gather strength unto the house. Fifth, betray no ally. And I kind of give the Ferengi a hard look there. Sixth, wage no wars that do not benefit the Empire and its people. By following these dictates, you will prove yourselves true friends of House SupQit'aH. And cook, know that your skills in the use of yamak sauce will be sorely tested in trying to replace my previous cook.
I'm up for the challenge, Joe.
And I kind of chuckle. Though your positions are not that of warriors, you must know that our enemies are those who do not strike directly in daylight or under the naked stars, but often through subterfuge, through guile, spycraft, and assassination. Though your positions are not those of warriors, you may be called upon at any moment to defend yourselves and the house. Do you stand ready?
Ready.
Yes, Joe.
So be it. Your words, spoken under the naked stars and before this assembly, constitute your bond of honor. Kapla!
Kapla!
5. If you want, I can roll for House Amdris.
And persuasion as our inspiration as focuses. Okay. And I'll give you a threat for die 3 in the reroll.
I'll just roll 1d20.
That'll work. And then SupQit'aH is 10 plus the house rep or my rep? Okay. So 1 die. Okay. No, that's fine. No success from the house. It looks like I got one from Amdris, so a total of 4 successes, so 3 momentum. Dang it. No, that's momentum. You're the one drawing the... Yeah. See, I'm telling you. So used to red being the bad one.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. Like, I see red, I
Leave
think
my
threat.
sausage alone.
The hot dog.
Dude, you've had enough. Oh. Going over to your grandmother's in just a little bit.
Forgot the big red triangles.
Yeah, we were both giving me.
Go watch TV. Have an ice cream cup, dude.
I to the last. It's the last.
Leave the slushies. Here.
Did I do
Kona,
the
hot
color?
mic. Speak. Excellent. May your cooking bring honor to the house, Dalad.
Of course, Loretta.
Is there any further business before this assembly? Then let us retire and test the worthiness of the new cook. And I dismiss the assembly and stride out, tossing my long formal cloak to a servant. How long did you have to search to find gach-looking and tube grub-looking dishes? Excellent. Yes.
Okay, do I just click it in the macros? Oh, cool.
Oh lord.
More. So for
Capped with one float.
momentum, do I click on the triangle, the red triangle?
I think we have Oda keeping track of that, so.
Okay,
yeah,
got it.
for the player pool. Anytime you want to spend one, just let me know and I'll toss it out.
Okay, got it.
And you do notice that Oda has his own bottle of yamak sauce that he uses liberally.
Aurelius is very confused by this because yamak sauce is a Cardassian condiment.
My former chef made the mistake of doing something different with yamak sauce and gach, and there was a roll involved, and it was determined that and discovered that Oda has a real taste and fondness for yamak sauce. So
That's okay. Hana has a rather peculiar taste for the human barbecue sauce. And whiskey-based sauces. It's unknown why.
So would take notes of people's preferences.
Oda would have tried to not overindulge in the blood wine.
The same goes for
Okay.
Lahona as well, seeing as he'll be going out on patrol shortly.
As we know from an earlier episode, Kaldar can't hold his blood wine, so he's definitely more tipsy.
Aurelius. Oh, Aurelius, sorry.
Oh, sorry. What was that? I had to step away. What was that?
Aurelius, your ship. Tell me about it.
Ah, yes. A small vessel by the name of Coriolis. Requisitioned it back on Ferenginar. It serves the purpose. I also took the liberty of retrofitting it a bit for the purposes of my business, you see. Sensors and a storage hold for all the blood wine we shall transport.
Excellent. A smuggler's vessel is just what we may need. Serve me well, and you may find yourself on the bridge of a marauder class before long.
And how much latinum can a marauder class hold?
By my experience when we captured it, quite a lot. Not as much as a Ferengi space station, but enough.
I shall not inquire further. 'Tis good business not to speak of such things.
What brings...
Oda looks around. Well, we here constitute the inner council. Speak.
Very well.
Okay.
Do we Klingons get to know what that is? Ah.
I think like ninjas.
Ah.
So essentially our own Section 31 kind of deal.
Yeah. Hot mic, Gunna.
Well,
Yeah, so
isn't
they're
that their job?
they're basically our KGB, head of the KGB, right?
Very rough KGB.
Right. GM, on where am I looking on the map for the Ba sector relation to Bamoth? North. I'm figuring it's not west since that's where Kronos is.
Now, if it would please you, Oda, I would be willing to go and investigate this sector. Very well, I will take them with me into this sector.
Keldar.
Friends, take it.
Keldar, what do we know of this Ba sector already? See what you can find within the Empire's databases.
I will get up and go to a console to try to search for information. Does
Khan, I thought it was going to be science. That's why.
So is it going to be more like a recon mission?
Can I look at this?
does the difficulty of 2 account for the drunkenness? Okay.
What's the house assisting with? Okay.
Do I get an assist from the station, or where are we? Are we on the ship?
I think we're on the in the palace.
Okay.
Yeah, it's +4 qual 4.
Reason. Let's go. Would sector governance be a applicable focus? With technical expertise, do I get to re-roll that 18? Okay. That's worse.
Let's see if the house can help. Swear I pushed the button. Ho ho!
Hey,
It's gonna be that kind of day.
I thought your stream was already marked mature.
We have 6 momentum if we want to quash those comps.
I mean, isn't 6 the cap for momentum?
Yeah.
Burn it, baby.
So, do we still have that floating momentum, or is that gone?
Yeah, that went away.
Okay. Okay. I do have the one that allows me to quash complication for free. So, what is that called?
You can use it if you want, but we have the momentum.
Okay, yeah, let's just use the momentum. That's
Okay,
fine.
done.
Joe Oda, if I may propose a suggestion. Perhaps we can use my ship to find something that you're looking for. Perhaps the Ferengi database might have more information. Free of charge this time.
See what you can find.
Of course. Mr. Hona, if you will accompany me to my ship. Oh, well, actually, Rilis will hand you a datapad or a communicator, and you can use that to communicate with the ship. He will authorize you.
I will give the authorization.
Oh, you want me to authorize you? Of course. Computer, respond. I am giving permission to a Klingon officer to search through Ferengi databases. Please follow his words.
Wait, is this for my character or for Keldor?
For whoever wishes to roll, actually. I'm sorry. If it was
Yeah,
Keldar
give it
who rolled, then
Keldar.
Keldar, yeah.
What's the roll? Is it going to be the con roll again? What's the roll going to be? All right. Probably. Oda's got a 13. Anybody beat that?
No.
Okay, so yeah, Oda will try and make a roll. Diff 2. Is that right, GM? Oh, okay, cool.
We can
Okay.
do that.
Right. Don't think I have a focus for this one though.
Nothing.
Any complication range increase? Blah. Okay, so 19. There we go.
Arillis will smile and click his communicator. Thank you, computer. Dismissed. There you go. This one is on the house.
So, GM, these are subject peoples, the natives. Yeah. Okay. Oh, so that's not a KDF base? Okay, and the starport, is that Klingon or is that native? Sure. Okay. Okay. So we can help out Martok by going into the system, checking things out, and seeing if it's worth Martok running directly or if it's something that he's probably better off passing off to someone else to run in his stead. What are some of the things that would make a sector? What's that dividing line? Like, where is like, okay, this is something that the Chancellor, that Martok really should, take a much deeper personal interest in versus, this is something that, an allied house could run for him.
Insight command difficulty of 2.
Okie dokie.
And for the sake of those who are listening to the stream and the recording down the future, yes, the mic now works. Someone in chat pointed out that my mic was dead, so everyone was hearing me and you were hearing them, just not me. So sorry about that, everyone. Thank you, author.
Man, very good. Let's see. You've just reached like Borg range. Let's give you another threat for a third die.
Oh, I will point out, because you did succeed at the check, you do have the 4 bonus momentum from the palace. So you actually have that. You have at least one of your actual pools sitting there.
Okay.
So that last roll you had like, whoops, I just gave that to myself. Here, you take it.
I don't think I have a focus for this particularly, so there we go.
Gain two more momentum. Wait, 1 more momentum.
Right.
The Chancellor could deal with this on his own. He has the resources that he could easily throw generals at this problem, but the fact that he may have been tricked into getting a problem world could be seen as embarrassing. It may show him to be foolish, and now that you think about it, it's one of those like, he really should have had someone vet this before he said yes to it.
Okay. So we're concerned that this native subject species might be problematic for the Chancellor.
Yeah.
Politically, okay.
It might not. It may prove to be super helpful, but the space station alone is a tactical blunder, and it looks bad for the Chancellor to make tactical blunders.
The naval base or the starport?
The naval base. Sorry, yes. The starport's okay. The subject peoples are allowed to have those if they already have them.
Okay. I think that we shall approach this in a multi-stage manner. Hona, you will take the manga with her superior sensor and reconnaissance capabilities and conduct what's the word I want to use here? And conduct a more subtle reconnaissance. Aurelius, you two will take your freighter in and pose as exactly what you are, a Ferengi trader, and see what you can learn from that angle of things.
Do you think that the natives will respond well to a Ferengi trader showing up on their doorstep?
Your kind is not exactly unknown within the Empire, and this is an Imperial province.
Then we shall have no problem.
Let's see. I will take the Maymak to provide a suitable distraction for both of your more subtle attempts.
So,
Delad, where do you think you might best be positioned to use your talents in this type of mission?
I believe I could successfully assist Captain Erlis.
Very well. Eldar, as the able scientist and engineer, I might prefer to have you aboard the Maymak, running its sensors and gathering information. But I will leave your deployment to your own choices. We are not going to be far enough away or long enough away to require one of either of us to stay in Belmoth for this. Anything that comes up, we can handle remotely, I believe.
I will join you on the Maymak as you desire.
Excellent. Cecile, you will accompany the Maymak as well, unless you think you would be better placed aboard Aurelius's ship.
I might advise that I stay on the capital world in case any new transmissions come from the Martok lore singer.
Well thought. Now, after such a filling repast and blood wine, I suggest we leave in the morning.
That would be wise. Jo. She shakes her head as she looks at the bottom of her cup and notices she drank it all. Anything else people wish to do before you leave the dining room / war room?
I'm good.
Not me.
Yeah, same. I'm good. So what better place to make plans for war than in the dining room?
Very Klingon thing to do. We're eating and planning for war. Alright then, new scene in that event.
Momentum thief.
Waha. Fear my thieving skills.
Doesn't have an H, it's just BA. Okay.
Bah.
Bah.
Like a black sheep. It bahs.
Or a humbug.
Or humbug. So, which is the first ship to enter the Ba system?
It's not going to be the Maymok, I don't think.
Then it shall be my freighter.
Freighter with Aurelius and Esudalad. Oh, I imagine you're not warping in with shields up, or are you?
No, we're not. We're a civilian merchant vessel, of course not.
Whoops. So as you warp into the system, you notice that there are the primary star plus 3 planetoids. Casual scan indicates an M class, whoops, I almost said the wrong thing. M class, D class or rock planet, and I forget the name for it, but an ice world. There's a word for that, but I can't recall. And even the M class is barely M class because the atmosphere is so darn thin. But if you want more information, you'll need to do a thorough sensor sweep. This is just navigational sensors picking up. Look at these big things. Don't run into them.
Well, yes, I would like to inquire the computer which is actually the planet that we're looking for.
That one I can...
It can't be that burning one.
Oh, that's it.
You are joking. That is way too close to the sun.
Class L's an ice world. Thank you, author. Yeah, it is a very, very hot world. With minimal vegetation. Mostly an arid world. Full of spice. I couldn't help it. Sorry.
Well,
So it sounds very much like Vulcan.
I happen to be a spice trader, among other things. Oh, well, yes. We did also inquire what sort of species was inhabiting this planet, right? It's predominantly Klingon, right?
It's predominantly native population. They are the Ba.
Oh, native population. Computer, can you...
From the back.
Computer, pull up an image of the Ba people.
You ever see Scrooge McDuck? No, I'm just kidding. Let me get you a description of the... Actually, give me reason plus science. Let me write this down. Reason plus science Difficulty 1, because you've already looked these guys up a bit already. Assisted by your ship's computers plus science.
So how many dice am I rolling again? Just the one, right?
If you're the primary, you're rolling 2. Unless you're spending any momentum or threat.
No. I do not intend to do that. Reason science, you said?
Yeah.
I haven't gotten focus in it, so...
But you can gain a focus since you're creation and play right now.
I'll save it for later.
Focus in Ba.
Focus in the Ba culture.
Yeah.
This will happen all the time, right?
There we go, 2 successes. And one of them is a crit. So that's 3 successes.
Yep, so you gain 2 momentum. I think the... Oh, he's back. 2 momentum is generated from that. Plus your ship, so 1d20 using your ship's computers plus science.
Yeah, excuse me, coming up. Let me get that. I don't miss the fumbling with the character sheets, I'll tell you that much. Always computer science, you said, right?
Yeah. What's the wrong part of the book?
Nothing.
Oh, wait, why am I doing this the hard way? Do. Anthropoid species. Carbon-based anthropoid species.
Okay.
More information calculating. Give me a moment. Because I'm learning about them as much as you are at the moment. That's already known.
Rollable tables. Thank you, STA.
Okay. Affluence-based culture structure.
Affluence-based. Now you're talking my language.
And there's a couple other weird things about them. Calculating. Trying to find that part in the book where it is. I forgot. A prepared GM would have these pages ready to go. So, advice to other GMs: have your stuff paged if you're going to random roll. What? Computer, stop. I do not need an update right now. No, stop. Thank you. It would seem that the Ferengi Commerce Database suggests that they have ancient ruins and artifacts, hence why it was noted in the file for possible exploitation. It has a lot of them, in fact. The planet's just dotted with the stuff. And it seems that red haze is not the fact that it's burning. That's its clouds. It's like this brilliant, fiery orange, blazing cloud structure that it covers most of the planet. Hence why the place is so arid, because it's basically greenhousing itself to death. Hence why there's only thousands of people that live there, because the planet can't support a bunch of people.
Are the ruins from the Ba people, or do they predate the Ba?
The Ferengi exploitation survey team that was here didn't get into it. They were on to another trade mission at the time. They just happened to pass by and go, "Ooh, that's neat. We should come back later."
They're Iconian and we're screwed.
Soon enough. Okay, well, Miss Dillard. Normally my people have a set of rules when dealing with Klingons, but we're here exploring a completely new race. Normally the rule for Klingons is don't cheat them, but an addendum to the rule is unless you can get away with it. These people, I will treat them same as Klingons, given that they have lived in their space for I don't know how long, but they seem to have survived so far. So, we're here. Let's try to do something. Computer. Open communications, if possible, to the planet.
Control plus engineering. Difficulty 1. System by communications plus engineering.
Coming up. Control engineering. Okay, there you go. The ship will roll now as well. By communications engineering. That's 3 successes overall.
Is that a crit for your ship? That too?
Yeah, damn it may well be, I think.
What's the number for what's your engineering score for the ship?
It is a 2.
Oh yeah, that's enough. Yeah. That's 2 successes.
Capped at 6 then.
Why am I a momentum machine?
Well done.
Trust the civvies to get the job done. Don't worry, the Klingons will make up the threat machine. You begin launching your hailing sequence. And you are certain that they have heard you. And you can tell that they are struggling to get on your subspace frequency a little bit. Like, your tech is...
Why is that?
It would seem that they are not very advanced. So, they're struggling to talk back. But they're getting there.
Right, computer, open hailing frequencies to Captain Oda.
Oh, hailing frequency open. That one's easy.
Speak.
Captain, we have successfully arrived at our location. The planet is having difficulties responding to my hails. It seems they are less technologically advanced than we are. What do you recommend?
Yes, they are the equivalent of early information age, late atomic. They are, however, unlike the Federation, we do not practice any sort of prime directive. They are well aware that there are stronger and more advanced civilizations out there. They're ruled by one, after all.
That is the case. Has the Empire perhaps known that their planet is littered with artifacts?
I do not know. The information that I was able to obtain on the planet came through your databases, if you will recall. I will see if the Empire has taken any further interest. In the meantime,
please make a special note for architectural ruins.
In the meantime, proceed in your normal, rapacious, Ferengi fashion.
As always, Captain. Coriolis out. Right.
Channel
Computer.
open to alien starport.
Oh. On screen.
Audio only.
Bring it on.
This is Boss Starport Authority 226. Alien vessel, please identify yourself.
This is the merchant vessel Coriolis out of Ferenginar. We are here to purvey your goods and therefore sell ours as well, and request permission to dock.
Stand by. Give me presence command difficulty of 1 to convince these folk to let you dock.
Coming up. I would like to gain a focus, which would be called negotiation initiation or something along those lines, when making initial negotiations. Or maybe just negotiation.
I would just put negotiation, yeah. That way you have a wider brush with it.
We can do that. Oh, well, that's 1 success and one complication. I would like to use 2 momentum to dash that complication.
Do you guys want me to be in the sector with the manga under cloak?
Yeah, you're probably your ship's probably cloaked nearby somewhere.
Yeah, you'll like the Ferengi's going to go in first, and then you're going to poke around all cloaked, and then I'm going to come in with the surprise the Klingons are here.
And you grab the Maymak, which is not in the system at all. You're actually way out there. But you're cloaked. And
No, you're not going anywhere right now.
I'm going.
Hot mic, Kona.
For me? Oh, yours. That one's yours.
this is Starport Authority 226. Starship Corellius, you are permitted to enter our space and dock with the primary starport. Please follow navigation directions.
Thank you, Starbase 226. Coriolis out. As I was saying, Mr. Lard, being careful here is of the essence. So on your best behavior,
Of course.
and let's buy something. Computer, follow navigation and dock with Starport 226.
As you move to approach the starport, navigation sensors indicate, because you start getting into the same range band as the other ships, and there's no check for seeing stuff that's right in your face. There are some ships in the area that don't have weapons or shields on, but they are there. There are a couple of freighters of Klingon, civilian Klingon, some alien species from the Shackleton. But you do notice that patrolling around are some starships that are might be classed as warships, charitably, but they are able to fight nonetheless. They seem to match a profile that I will let you roll.
20.
Insight plus con difficulty 2 to identify the
on other people's phones.
That will so insight con difficulty 2 to identify the ships that look familiar to you, the both of you.
So we both do that?
One can be the primary, one can roll to assist.
Something went awry with my roll. You can roll to assist. I'll re-roll this because that was funky.
Sorry, so I just rolled 2d20?
You roll 1d20 to assist. I believe
Okay.
you don't have a con score yet.
No, I don't think so.
So you assign which of your of the extra stuff you have from creation and play. So you have.
Well,
That's
neither
been a-
do I for that. Neither do
Yeah,
I.
you might want
Yeah.
to. You might want to put in a con score.
Yeah, and there is another macro for a task roll as well.
Creation and play. Yeah. So I'll put it in the Discord chat with the other. Wait, no, that's the other thing. You need this part. So 3221 is what you have to spend.
Okay.
So you can put each of those can slot into the other slots, but you only have to assign them once you've actually had to roll something you have a 0 in.
Okay.
Okay, and I had to roll engineering.
So how do I apply my numbers to my d20?
So in the task roller,
Yes.
you roll a number of dice, and then you add together what your insight plus your score is,
Okay. Got it.
and that's your target number.
And if I don't have a focus, I just put 0?
You would put 1, but you could choose to have a focus if you want.
No, I'm good. Okay. There we go.
Well, I think you're supposed to be getting a +2 on that. Are you?
I have no idea where that came from.
Okay, so again, so number of dice you put 1, attribute plus discipline you
Yeah.
put 2 together, and then you put the number in, yeah? Like, for instance, like 10 or something.
Yeah.
And after that discipline number for focus, you can put that 1. And comp number, you
So-
leave it as.
Should I do it again? Is that what you're saying?
Yeah, again.
Number of dice, 1. Attribute plus discipline.
Oh, don't put the plus. Add. Do
Oh, that's
like
what I did.
yeah.
Just
So
add
like
them to-
12,
yeah.
not 10 plus 2. Yeah.
So your con is 2? Oh, you already did that. I looked at it the minute you changed it, so I didn't see the change right away. Whoops.
All right, there.
There we go.
Yeah.
So we got a success.
Hona, you can roll to assist as you're seeing the same chip they are, and they haven't quite realized what that is. Your chip might. I just did.
Damn.
Well, yeah. Aurelia's got at least one hit, so the manga can roll to Oh, no, it can't, because you're doing insight. Never mind.
We don't know what they are. Leave it at that. They look like warbirds. Funnier warbirds.
What kind of warbirds?
Funny
Egyptian,
warbirds.
really.
Klingon or Romulan?
Neither. It's an alien craft. The silhouette looks familiar. Like all three of you had that moment of, man, that looks familiar. But heck, if you could remember what kind of ship that is.
Are they actually starships, as in warp capable, or?
It looked big enough to be, but you'd have to scan them to know more.
Okay.
I'd like to take the manga in closer to get a more detailed scan.
To probably like to hear.
Yeah,
They-
undercloak,
Yeah.
that is.
GM, I have to take a phone call real quick, so please do other things while I take this phone call.
Scanning the ship will be reason plus science. Difficulty of 1, assisted by sensors plus science. Actually, I have threat. Let's make this hard.
Oh dear God.
Difficulty
Don't
3.
bring her into it.
Reason science, difficulty 3, assisted by sensors plus science.
Okay, reason science. D20, 2D20s. Let me see. For the manga, you said sensors and science?
Yup.
Okay. Rolling 1d20 for that.
Oh no.
God, the luck from Call of Cthulhu last night is rolling right over into Star Trek.
Can I use Bold Command to override that?
You would have... no, because it's a science roll. Also, you would have had to spend threat to activate bold anyway.
I have Bold Science too, so...
But in that case, you would have needed to spend threat to get an additional die. So the talent does not fire.
Damn it. Okay. Do we have any momentum left to quash the complication?
Yes, we have 4.
Alright, I'm gonna spend 2 to quash that.
So you attempt to scan this strange vessel, and it seems it has some sensor baffling plating in its hull. Not enough to make it hard to see, but enough to make it hard to scan its internals. What you can tell is very little. Let me get... Where's my starships? Million vessels. You can tell that it is scale... Whoops, I was going to say the wrong number, and that would have misled you in a dangerous way. Hold on. I have the wrong book open.
You know me, I'll take on anything.
That's actually the thing. It's the size of a Borg cube. I'll fight that. Wait, hold on. It's not that big. For glory, roar. You know. Would be these things. There are various scale 2 and scale 3 freighters, but the most notable is a scale 4 Starcraft. It might be warp capable, but you're not sure.
Scale 4 is the one I'm interested in.
That's one that's pretty hard to scan. It's a big ship. Either this thing took a long time to get here without warp, or it was built here. But it's big. Like, that's pretty big for an Info Age ships. You're thinking like Enterprise era at best, and they could build scale 3, scale 4 in a great day. With all the help of their neighbors, they could build a scale 4. But they usually build scale 3 ships and smaller.
Is there any way I can tell what it's armed with?
Not with that roll, unfortunately. It is the sensor baffling is pretty thorough.
Well, there's the old-fashioned way to find out what it's made of, and by shooting at it. But I'm gonna hold off on that for right now.
Oops. As you move into position and begin scanning, SupQit'aH and Aurelius step into the starport. Oopsie. And you're greeted at the airlock door by an officious-looking alien with 2 Gorn guards holding rifles.
Ah,
Oh dear.
now we know what those ships are.
Possibly Gorn. But wouldn't our databases have access to that information?
Not with those rolls.
And we don't know what they are, but Aurelius and Dalad know.
Welcome to Starport Authority 226, a subsidiary of the Ba Consortium. I welcome you, those of the Corellius, to our station. Don't mind the guards, they're here to ensure that commerce goes smoothly.
Thank you for your warm welcome. It's a pleasure to be here.
You notice that as he's greeting him, Aurelius seems very distracted as he's looking around. You can see him tapping at his pad as he seems to be tallying how much everything's worth. So he's not going to be of any help in this conversation for a little bit, you notice.
Okay. You aren't expecting any specific trouble? Just general guards?
Well, actually, He looks over his shoulder. No, not really. We do have sufficient security to ensure our safety, so it's for our mutual benefit.
Understood.
What in particular were you hoping to purchase today?
My friends and I were interested in looking at what we were able to see, the numerous artifacts and ruins around the area.
Dalad, give me insight plus security difficulty 2 to notice something about the guards behind him when you say that.
Put a security in now. I remember how to do this. So I'm rolling 2.
Yes, unless you wish to spend momentum or threat for more dice.
2 dice.
You also could spend determination, but it's a diff 2 roll, so that'd be kind of overkill at the moment.
Well, and since it's diff 2, it might be a good idea to roll to spend for a third die one way or another.
Okay.
Because I'm figuring security may or may not be your super highest one.
Not. So wait. My options are I could use momentum to get another roll.
Yep, you can spend 1 momentum to get another die, or 1 threat to get an additional die.
Okay. I guess I want to use momentum.
Okay.
If that's all right.
Go for it.
All right.
$5 in momentum. Payable to the Electric Metropolis? No.
I started rewatching Metropolis last night. Oh man, that movie's incredible.
I've yet to watch that. So you unfortunately did not succeed. The only way to re-roll that would either be to gain... Because you're creation at play, you can choose to have a new talent. And one talent you could have at this moment is... I don't know if you want to, though. Is Cautious Security. That would basically... Anytime you spend a momentum to get a die, you get to re-roll one of the dice in that pool. Alternatively, you could spend toward your determination. Basically, you're stating that You have 1 determination point. If you think your value applies to the situation, then you can re-roll all the dice that failed. Don't recall if there's any. I don't think there's any other way you could re-roll in the situation.
Since Aurelius is back and had been looking around checking things out, could he maybe assist?
We could assist. Yeah.
I could not-
He could assist, yes. As Aurelius, you kind of. Have you been listening for the last little bit, or were you away?
On a phone call, business phone call. Sorry.
No. Okay, so what Aurelius has walked into, he kind of got distracted, like taking out his pad and tallying up his surroundings and how much it was all worth, and kind of forgot about the conversation for a little bit. And Delad's been talking to them, and then he kind of looked over. Delad said something, and you notice that you're talking to an alien in nice blue clothes and 2 Gorn guards with rifles. And you're rolling Insight Security to assist to see how the Gorn are responding to what Delad just said.
Almighty. All right, let's do this.
What you Gorna do, says the chat. You've Gorn and done it again. You've Gorn messed up.
We were,
Screw it.
no worries, chat. We were going to be wild.
Are you Gorna be trouble? No success there.
Yeah, sadly.
Are
So
these all from the author?
yes. How'd you know? So, Delad, you can either let the roll fail, or you can try to gain a talent here and possibly re-roll. Or if your value applies, you could re-roll. Alternatively, you could gain a new value that applies in this situation, because you do have 3 slots open.
Yeah.
But failure is an option, as you've noticed with the others.
I do like the idea of a focus or value related to kind of like reading people.
A focus wouldn't help you here, because I think your security isn't 4.
No, security's 2.
Yeah, so that wouldn't help you here. So you could have a value that has something to do with being good at reading people. So some sort of quote or proverb that suggests that Delad's good at reading people.
Yeah.
Or reading a threat.
Yeah.
So do you want to gain that value?
Yes, I do.
Okay. So write that into your character sheet. And I'll note, since you are new to STA, you only get 1 determination per episode or tale. There are ways to get that back, but they're either costly or you need Hod Oda to tell you to give you his. So, but this is a good time to spend if you're going to whiff.
Or you could always get the veteran talent, which lets you get a chance to get your determination back.
Oh, shoot with that.
Well, I mean, she's a trill.
I suppose,
She
yeah.
joins, so
I'm just going to use the value.
Okay, so reroll 2d20. I assume you want to keep the 4.
Yes.
Some people get greedy and re-roll the successful die, hoping to get a better roll. Like, I wouldn't do that. Well, okay then. Show off. Friggin'. So that's 4 successes plus the 1, so 5 on a diff 2, so 3 momentum.
Nice.
Yeah, it is.
Reading behind the eyes is the value. So yeah, you kind of look at the Gorn for a second, and when you ask about if there's any trouble or if there's anything, if he's expecting anything, that kind of got them a little concerned. But when you start asking about the ruins, they look like they're about to attack.
Oh, wow.
But when you don't suggest you know anything in particular about it, like there's an extra bit of information that if you said it, they would have attacked you there on the dock. But they're tensed up the minute you're talking about the ruins. So no, about those ruins, well, you know, given the environmental impact of our predecessors, we usually suggest aliens don't go down, but in our stores, there are various recoveries that our crack team of security specialists help us retrieve. And you can purchase those with, we do accept Platinum. We also take a prescribed list, of precious gems.
You'll excuse me for asking, but what about more rudimentary things? Ore and, material things which are not artifacts? Spice?
There are a variety of our local crafts. We have some clothes for sale, some artistic expressions. We do have a few statues that look good in an office. Some various curios that can entertain would-be visitors and so on. All for bargain prices, of course.
But no ore.
Ore is of particular difficulty for us to gather. Unfortunately, our planet's atmosphere makes it difficult for our consortium to mine and have enough to spare. Most of our resources are spent toward our building efforts and basic infrastructure. We have one primary trade city, and most of us caravan out into the desert for various materials. To recover it requires either going into the city ruins, and one of the Gorn kind of gives him a look, and him without looking around just kind of tenses up, and other places are difficult to get from. And most of the rocks we can most of our ore would come from Ba 2, and that's usually easier. We do give rental rights to the planet for mining rights, but we haven't had it surveyed properly yet, so we don't know the exact value.
I see. Would you be so kind as to let me and Mr. Lad look around our stores and perhaps join us for a meal later as we discuss some possible business opportunities?
Presence plus command. Difficulty 2. Not so much to convince the merchant. He's perfectly willing to let you walk around. It's to convince the Gorn guards not to follow you around while you do it. Ba 2, so Ba, says the chat. Damn it all.
Does that imply there's a second Ba? Like an actual planet? It's just a second Ba?
That's 2 successes.
Well, this is Ba Prime. Ba. You may go about your business, Ferengi, but we will be watching.
And I wouldn't have it any other way, my scaly friends. Come, Mr. Lad, it's time for some window shopping.
Yes, of course.
The 2 Gorn guards walk off with the merchant, who looks over at you guys worried a little bit, but then looks back and they seem to be happy not to have been stabbed or shot, and they go about their business. I also note, as you guys start moving around a little bit, you notice that when you step out of the initial air dock, the gravity here is very light. Like, you feel like you're almost on a low grav atmosphere, and as you're getting further from the air dock, there's like little handrails that help you pull yourself along.
Melty.
Very low tech,
or almost floating, or
if you can, it's more like you can kind of kick off, and then you are jumping for an extremely long time, and you pull yourself along the rails.
I see.
You could jump really high, but then you'd hit the ceiling almost immediately.
Does the starport have windows to the outside, or is it completely closed off?
You do see the occasional porthole that looks down to the roaring inferno of the planet below.
And the promenade, my favorite part.
It looks like a very think like a information age mall. You know, various neon lights advertising various things. You see very, very rudimentary computer systems. No heuristic AI available. It's literally, there's like a little keypad you have to punch in to get information. People walk around with like handheld communicators big as a brick. So for you guys, this is like centuries out of date. And this it's thriving for an infra age starport, but it's still pretty low tech compared to you guys. Your pads have more power than some of their computers. Oh, sorry. Say again, Delod?
Oh, I was just saying, you definitely won't be refitting your ship here.
That is true. Not only do these people seem scared, it seems like they're being held hostage by the Gorn, and in turn, the Gorn are being held hostage by the Klingons. A most curious situation, if you ask me. But the most curious thing of all is that they're trying to peddle us cheap tourist products and sell them as high-quality goods. But that remains yet to be seen.
I would also say I believe there is something going on with the ruins or whatever that is around here. They definitely were agitated by us bringing it up.
Yes, you saw how the Gorm looked at the man when he mentioned the ruins. Something definitely to look into. Perhaps we can charter ourselves an expedition down onto the ground, but up here seems pretty comfy. I wonder if they have any Raktajino. Now, please, let's go check out... I'm sorry.
You can go first.
Perhaps maybe we can now check out these windows, see if they have anything worthwhile in them.
Yes, maybe later we can procure transport down to investigate.
Perhaps. Okay, so we'd like to start walking around, actual like window shopping, see what's in the stores.
Insight plus con or science, difficulty 2, to get an estimation of what they have and what's worth your time.
Delod, do you want to assist me on that one, or do you want to lead it?
Quick question.
Yeah, Hona?
Do we want them to report in to either myself or Oda about what's going on? Because we're up in the starships and kind of blind right now.
That was going to be the next roll, actually.
Got it.
Question.
Yeah.
Am I supposed to have a 3 in one of my disciplines?
Yes, so it's 3, 2, 2, 1. The new ones that you assign.
Yeah.
But my insight science, for instance, is a 13. If you got better, you're free to take the lead on this, and I'll assist you.
Mine's the same, so I can assist you.
Okay, sure.
All right.
I would like a focus this time in rare objects, or something applicable along those lines.
Yeah, I'll take rare objects. That makes sense.
Rare objects works then. That is 4 successes because of the focus, right?
Yep.
Or is it? Yeah. Okay, there you go.
Quiet right now.
That is 5 successes overall.
Cool. So you gain 3 momentum. Of the things here, there actually are a few items that are unique. They're like cultural items that don't look like a lot, but you know that there's collectors out there that would take it, like that would buy it. That's why Klingons tend to, when they do conquer new cultures, they don't try to squash the culture, because that is a trade value. they can sell that culture to other people or to other or amongst themselves. So it's like, and the Klingon, you're looking at like a lot of Latinum could be made if a good Klingon merchant or a enterprising Ferengi were to start trading in this stuff. Like you're like walking when you guys walk around, you're looking like with the right sellers, this place could be making bricks even if they tithed out the appropriate amount to the Empire. This place should be making way more money than it does. And occasionally you do see that there are artifacts for sale, but they're such minor things. Like here's a rock, authentic Ba ruin rock, or authentic Ba urban shoe. You know, like it's like
so
that's valuable, but like
they are trying to swindle us a bit, right? Do these items look horribly overpriced as well?
No, everything seems to be at bargain rates. But you get the feeling that even with thousands of people, with all those ruins down there, they could be charging a lot. So either they're hoarding it or the Gorn are taking it. And they're selling it elsewhere. Because why let the locals profit from it?
Right. Now, Mr. Lad, I smell profit.
Huh.
But
I'm curious how much of that.
I think perhaps it is time that we got in touch with our captain. I think he would be most displeased if we left him in the dark about this. Would you like to contact him this time while I proceed to window shop some more?
Yes, of course.
Just so you guys know, Hona is closer than Uda is at the moment.
Well, contact Hona then. Feel free to use the ship's communication.
Control plus security, difficulty 2, assisted by the Coriolis's comms plus security. As you're trying to make the contact, but I imagine you're trying to do it where there's no Gorn staring at you do it.
That would be preferable, yes. The ship rolled 0 successes on assist, so all you.
Damn, good roll.
I was just about to say, it is human to fail, but you have not failed.
Also not human, so ha.
Haha.
That's probably why she succeeded. No. So yeah, Delad, you find like a place to stand where you have some tchotchkes kind of blocking in the mall, kind of blocking people from seeing you very well, and you kind of tap your communicator and you're able to whisper into it.
Who am I contacting again?
Hona.
Hona.
La Hona, or Commander Hona.
I'm delighted to Commander Hona.
Hona here.
We have landed on the starboard authority ship, and we have explored around a bit. It seems to be a quite profitable market, as Captain Aurelius would say. However, there are some things that seem a little off about the area. It is being patrolled by many Gorns.
That might explain the ship we saw earlier. That is troublesome indeed. Anything else?
Do you have any specific orders how we should proceed, or should we continue to look around?
Continue to gather intel.
Mention the ruins, Delad.
Oh, yes, of course. We also learned that there are numerous ruins across the planet that there is little information on. However, the Gorn seem to be very agitated when they are brought up, as if they are trying to keep anybody else from seeing them or visiting them.
Understood. I will bring this up to Oda at the earliest convenience, as soon as he is in sector. Continue to gather intel and keep your noses low.
Understood. A lot out.
I'll inform you, Lahona, that the Maymok is just outside of system. They've just been staying out to prevent to minimize their possibility of being scanned.
Yeah, I get that, but the manga was in system, so.
Yeah. So what is the manga gonna do?
It's easier for the manga to contact the other ship than it would be for them to contact.
In other words, we're in easy communication range.
Yeah.
I send a communique to the Maychok. Oh. Is that what it's called?
Maymok.
The Maymok.
You may mock it if you dare.
Just remember,
to the
means
Maymok.
omen of war, or omen of battle. So be careful how you mock it. Speak.
We have Gorn in system. And they are very particularly protective of the planet's ruins.
Understood. Maintain your cloak and surveillance. We will be entering and making a bit more of a stir.
Understood. There is one peculiar alien warship. I now believe it may be Gorn as well.
Understood. Maybach out. Take us in under cloak. Kaldar, when we are within range, get a scan on the ships of the system.
Yes, Oda.
And as the Maymok enters the system under cloak, and begins to approach, the manga observes. The manga notices that there's a lot of people on the station moving over onto the Corellius. Aurelius and Delad, you can see that there's a lot of Gorn moving. It's just a lot of Gorn heading roughly where you're docked. Spending all 10 threat, new scene. Lose 1 momentum.
I lose the float.
Give me that. You may roll insight. Anyone who witnessed either Hona, Dalad, or Aurelius can roll primary. The other two can assist. Insight plus security difficulty of 2 to get a feel of what the Gorn are up to.
My insight security is a 13.
Insight security. That would be 12 for me, even though I have the higher security rating.
Mine is also a 12.
I shall take the lead then.
I'll assist the roll as well.
No. At least one success.
That's
2.
Yeah, 1 success.
And assist from Dalad.
Oh, I thought someone else was.
Oh, we were both assisting.
Oh, I didn't know 2 people could. Awesome.
Yep. Usually only one person assists, but if the GM allows it, multiple people can pile in on an assist.
Okay.
Oh, damn.
Aurelius, it occurs to you, and Hona, you kind of piece it together as well. It looks like they're going over to... They're boarding the Coriolis. With enough forces to seize it.
That's a no-no.
Am I close enough to beam some Klingon warriors onto the ship, onto the Corellius?
You could move a little bit closer to do it. It'd be a hop. It'd be a hop and a skip, but.
All right, I'll move closer to the starport to give my allies some additional support on their ship.
And we've entered into combat, because Klingon forces are going to be meeting with Gorn forces here in a second.
Dun, dun.
I'll be right back.
Okay.
I think we were the only ones on board. It's a fairly small ship.
Oops. Oh no!
Besides, I wore cologne. Ferengi hair flick.
Frankie hair flick. There we go. Why did I even bother? Fine, stay on the token layer. See if I care. Back. Is Hona beaming over as well? Is he just sending a Klingon detachment?
He's AFK.
He's AFK. Okay. Oh yeah, that's right. So, are Aurelius or Delad going back to the ship, or are they going to hang around on the starport for now?
Well, I'm sure there's a rule of acquisition for this, but I don't really want to open my book and look for it right now. But, well, what do Ferengi say about violence? Not this day.
Oh, shoot.
That or
Maybe
they.
let's leave this to the Klingon warriors.
What do Frankie
is
say about violence?
Please don't.
Where's my trackers for this? Haha.
I'm sure I could smash a corn over the head with my ladle.
Well, and you know Klingon cooking has to require like cast iron stuff, so.
Cooking batleth, perhaps, to cook the meat. Or to slice the meat, rather.
Cooking batleth. That hurts me.
That's how you kill the targ.
Yeah, but you get its
Okay,
heart.
I am back.
You take the heart of the targ with your cold, dead hands, right?
Of course.
Oh no, were you joining the boarding party?
I can.
But are you?
Would you like me to?
You're the one beaming them over. You tell me.
Okay, then I will lead the boarding party.
I can kill another one of your characters. I mean, yay. Good for you.
Yeah, I make it very hard for you to kill my characters.
I could self-destruct Corellius' ship. No, I can't. Aurelius would have to do it. Hey, Aurelius, want to make some experience? That's not a thing. Oh.
No.
I'll just come back with a stronger Klingon character. That's not a problem.
I'll play a security officer. That's how usually the characters dies when I play the security.
Yeah, Delod, if you
Support
want,
character.
You can also play one of the security officers to get a feel for the combat, maybe.
Because when your main character isn't in a scene, you can play what are called supporting characters in STA. They're not the main people get to do all the cool stuff you guys are doing, but in weird situations like this where the main characters can't be there, support characters can have better roles than just random NPCs to help out with the fight.
Let's just say my first character got blown up in a temple, earning him immortal status at Kalis' table.
Lovely.
Read that in the logs when you have a chance.
So of the support characters we have that are security related, unless you want to grab someone else from the support list, we have Bu Hoka, a Rasa scavenger who is he can fight, and also Sog Votar, who is a security officer. Does anyone wish to join in this fight?
You've got another SOG security officer.
I do? Where?
Achel? SOG Achel? Oh, she's science. Sorry, I'm misreading. I can't read.
I mean, Nacho could show up. If, you know, you can take whoever you want. She just doesn't have a focus is the only issue.
Sorry, I had my eyes crossed or something, I guess. Goodness.
Well, I guess science officer's going. Hod said so. Here we go.
No. I was just misreading. The player was misreading it.
Yeah, so who's controlling Hoka or Votor?
Delad, do you want to take one
Could
of
I
those? Yeah, of course.
control the tour?
Of course.
Okay, so-
Vitor is a highly decorated security officer, by the way.
Oh, okay.
Try not to kill her.
I'll do my best.
So you'll find her sheet under support characters. Oda, you want to take Bo Hoka?
Sure.
And Keldar, if you want, I can give you and Aurelius, I can give you NPC sheets. I just don't have a support character for them, so they'll just have base stats.
Keldar can go do it. He's not played much this session, so he can go ahead.
Well, there's 3 of them there, so that's why I was suggesting it.
Oh. Yeah, sure, I'll take one.
And I'll control the last one as a general assist. But he'll follow he'll wait till everyone else. He'll let everyone else go unless you tell him to do something. And the Coriolis does have crew, but beyond Aurelius and Delad, but like they're like Ferengi merchant crewmen. Like they're not used to being boarded like this. Like the occasional pirate, not heavily armed Gorn. So they're like, nope. Oh, Klingons are here. You guys deal with this.
And I refuse to let the Gorn occupy one of my force's ships. But they are allied to us.
The Gorn. Actually, you guys get to act first because the Gorn did their action wants to board. You basically start the fight by beaming into their way as they start rushing through the extensive cargo bay. The Gorn are armed with hand weapons, and they are lightly armored.
See, what do I have?
Weapons, character sheet.
Mechleth. I have my Mechleth, so... I'll take a Batleth with me as well. And a Disruptor.
1 second.
I
Gosh.
really need to update my weapons.
Do you have ancestral weapon or personal equipment? As a talent?
No, but I need to add that.
Okay, so that will cost you a momentum and a threat to have a Batleth.
Done.
Okay. You have a Batleth. Disruptor pistol doesn't cost you anything because that's standard issue for a Klingon warrior.
Yeah, I need to add that.
So, I believe you're acting first, so what are you going to do?
I am going to target the first of the Gorn. And seeing as I have full security as a talent, I'm going to add a 3rd die
With threat?
with threat.
Okay. I'll spend that back.
Nice.
So you charge forward to attack one of them?
Yep.
Yep.
With the Batleth.
Oh, I'm making this hard on myself for no reason. So, boop. All right, gotta buy that die. He just swings a big, meaty hand back at you to try to just outstrength you and prevent you from hitting him is the hope and the prayer against. I did spend that threat.
Jeez, he's gonna lose at least his hand, if not the whole arm.
That is 2 hits for him. And check sheet. Damage security is 15, so that's 1, 2, 3, 4. So 4 hits for you. 2 momentum generated. So roll for me your security plus 3 in challenge dice.
So it's 8 die. Six times 8. Nice. I might need to re-roll a couple of those.
One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. So 11 stress to the Gorn. That's, I think it's enough to drop. Well, it is. It's 100% enough to drop him. So that Gorn goes down as you cut him down. And he collapses into some boxes. And the crates fall over with loud thuds. You can either keep the initiative by spending 2 momentum, or you can let the turn go to them.
I'll spend the 2 momentum to keep it going.
All right, 2 momentum spent.
I'll also pose a warning to the remaining Gorn. Leave now, or this will be your fate.
They roar back and challenge. Who's next?
Very well. Who's next?
That's what I said.
On to the next one. If anyone else would like to attack, they may.
Is there a turn order, or just anyone goes?
Yeah, it's somebody besides Hona now. So if you want to go ahead, Votor.
Sure. This is my first time doing this, so.
Yeah. So Votor right now would be armed with either a knife or a disruptor pistol normally. If you want her to have a batleth, it'll cost resources like happened with Hona to reflect that she spent time grabbing it out of storage.
Gotcha. I'm gonna go with the disruptor pistol.
Okay. So she can shoot any of the 4 Gorn. The roll to hit them, since they're at a reasonable amount of range, like they're not like right in her face, is diff 2. Yep. Control security difficulty 2 for her. And do you wish to spend any momentum or threat for the shot?
Threat? There's only 1 right now.
Okay.
Can I do that?
Sure. I gain 1 threat. Because you have, and one's presuming that your minor action is to draw the pistol. Well, actually, we'll presume you guys already had your weapons out, so you could spend your minor to aim if you wanted.
Yes, I do want to do that.
Okay. So that'll let you reroll one of your dice if it whiffs.
Okay.
No.
So I'm going to use the challenge dice for this, or the task roller.
Task roller to hit first.
Okay.
I don't care. No.
We're gonna roll 3. Control plus security. And she's a focus in disruptor pistols, right?
Probably should look that up. Yep. So you have focus here, so focus, her range is 4.
She should have proficiency in all arms weapon?
Arguable. She has disruptor pistols and Makbara, so she has martial arts and disruptor pistols in particular. So that is 1, 2. Oh, sorry, it's 3 plus 1 more, so 4 hits. So you gain 2 momentum. So roll. I think it's on there. Yep. Roll 7 challenge dice. She fires her disruptor into one of the Gorn.
Now you can spend 1 momentum to re-roll those zeros.
Okay.
If you want.
To do more damage.
Does the aim let me re-roll, or was that for the thing before?
The aim is for the to hit. Spending momentum into a damage roll is something you can do for any damage roll.
Got it.
Right now you're doing 4, 5. Actually, you're doing enough to drop him. Assuming the cover of the boxes doesn't help him, and you get to know that before.
Yeah, so I'm gonna use what I have.
Yeah. So 1 momentum to reroll. Right now he has some cover, so he's only taking 4 stress. You need to do at least 5 to injure most people.
Okay.
So you can spend momentum to reroll your 4 zeros to see if you can drop this guy.
Okay, I want to do that.
Yep. So we'll roll.
So I'm gonna reroll 4.
Yep.
Dice. Reroll. Wait, that's tap.
Blah.
There you go.
The guy had cover, and the disruptor pistol shot goes through the crate and comes out the other side and hits him anyway. As Votor found a nice little thin area that she knew she could shoot a hole through.
Nice.
The
Spices go flying everywhere.
scales go everywhere. The big spice cloud blows up.
Face folds. We find ourselves in a whole other part of the closet.
The turn order goes over to the Gorn, since you guys have kept the initiative already. One of the Gorn is going to have a rifle on him. He's going to take a shot at one of the Klingons. He hits. Thankfully, you guys benefit from the cover as well, because there's a bunch of crates everywhere, so it's kind of hard to get a clean line of fire. It's almost like the Ferengi didn't design this place to be easy to shoot.
You're ruining my cargo!
You have insurance, right? With exorbitant rates? So I get 6. Not the task roller, not the task roller. Oh, it's the rifle. I get 1 more than that. I can do math. Not that that helped. Plus your cover. Oop. The cover did nothing. So 5, 6 damage, but it was a non-lethal shot, so the Klingon absorbs 1 of it. Sorry, 2 of it because it's non-lethal, plus 1 more because of the armor, so this guy only took 3 stress. That didn't work. Anyway, so this guy went, he fired, turn goes back to you guys. So someone other than Hono or Votor can go.
Kildar, you can go.
Wait, I'm present?
Yes, you're one of the NPCs.
You're playing a secondary.
Oh, okay.
The secondary warrior is armed with a knife or pistol. You can spend threat and momentum to have a rifle or a bat'leth.
I'll shoot with the disruptor pistol.
Gah!
Do we have stats for them, or is it?
Yep. You are looking. Oops, I was about to give you stats for the Gorn. That would have been not funny. Well, would have been funny for you, not so funny for me. There we are. So, attribute plus discipline for the back row guys is, if I can find it, there it is. 9 for the to shoot. Has focus and security work, basically. We'll presume that. And the focus range is only 2. Because these guys are very low-ranking warriors who are just proving their worth.
Okay. Is the attribute plus discipline higher for melee?
It would be 11 to hit, and they get a reroll if they to their melee dice if they spend at least 1 threat. Or sorry, if they buy 1 additional die. Oh, it does have to be with threat. I was right the first time.
Okay, then I will go with melee instead then.
Charging forward with Duck Tongue, or is he pulling out a Batleth?
Go with a Batleth.
Okay, so that is 1 threat and 1 momentum.
And I will spend a threat for an extra die also.
I'll spend it back.
Fine.
Rah! Three hits. You can reroll that 12 and 13 because he has that ability, and you spent threat.
Okay. I can reroll both of them?
Yep.
Okay. Ah, 3.
You are tied. He can succeed at cost, but he'll get hit the same time he hits the Gorn.
I think we'll just be locked in combat then.
So Klingon warrior charges in, and then the Gorn with incredible Gorn strength grabs onto the blade quickly and starts trying to wrestle it away from the Klingon, and the Klingon warrior just kind of holds on for dear life, and you can see him kind of being lifted off the ground briefly as the Gorn's hauling him around. But he ain't letting go of that Batleth. That's his Batleth. Do you wish to keep the initiative or let it go back to the Gorn?
Yeah, we can keep it, right, for momentum.
For 2 momentum.
2. Oda, your call.
Let's let it roll back.
Alright. Gorm it is then.
This Gorn is going to take out his pistol and take a shot at Hona. Gonna buy a die. That hits. Flat, so I don't get any momentum, any threat out of it. Grumble, grumble. Why do I... No, book. Don't move me around. There we go.
Ouch, not liking that.
There we go. Boop. Five minus 3 because of your armor and your natural Klingonness. So you'll only take 3 stress.
Got it.
Oh, sorry. You may take less because there's cover in the way. Take 1 less. As you manage to duck behind the, you only take, it kind of grazes by you and mostly hits it hits a crate next to you, and the big heat explosion kind of burns your face a little bit. Not enough to stun you, but enough to kind of hurt.
Ow.
Uh,
You will regret that, Gorn scum.
Turn goes back to the players.
Who's left?
Myself and Oda as player characters. Oda, you want to go first, or?
Sure.
ahead.
Let's see. Boo's not terribly well built for combat, but so he will use his disruptor pistol. He'll buy an extra die with momentum, give you a threat for lethal.
Oh no.
It's Klingon.
Yep.
Use a miner to aim,
Okay.
and then he'll shoot at that Gorn.
That's not fair. He hasn't acted yet.
That's kind of the point. Get him before he can act. I'm a scientist, not a warrior. Get him before they can act. Also, I'm shitty with a pistol, so there's that too. Don't think I have a focus for this. Hey!
That hits.
Alright. So, only 5 challenge dice. That's 6. Is that enough to do it? Not quite.
That effect doesn't help with it. That's only... Oh, no, that's 3. That's right, first time. So, yeah. So 3 that's eaten by the cover.
Okay, so I will spend a momentum to reroll 2. See if I can't make up for that. Ha!
Olga kind of leans over a little bit and fires twice into the Gorn's exposed leg with a killing intensity to his disruptor, and the Gorn disintegrates.
Whoa, we're killing them? Shit.
Klingons don't mess around.
We're Klingons.
We don't have the stun setting on our phasers?
Dude,
We have no stun setting.
as Klingons, you actually lose reputation if you take prisoners.
We kill. We
Yeah,
conquer.
you're normally a Ferengi, so I mean different rules, but
Turn goes
Those of
to
us that
them.
are Klingon, we kill and conquer.
Turn goes to them. There's one Gorn left. He will take out a pistol, and he will shoot for lethal this guy. Because Klingons seem hard to kill, apparently.
No, not me.
And he'll aim, because why not? He doesn't want to miss this roll. Good thing he did. Unfortunately, it's not a rifle, so better hope this works. Need a crit? Nah, he misses. So yeah, this Gorn is too busy trying not to shoot his friend. Aurelius, your Klingon gets to go.
Yeah, sure. He'll pull out a pistol. He will use a minor action to take aim at one of the Gorm, let's say the bottom one. And he will fire.
Okay.
So tell me the stats, please.
No. You just have to memorize it. No. It is 9 is the attribute plus discipline. Focus range of 2.
I will reroll one of those. Success, but not enough, right?
No, he fires, but it's a very difficult shot. The last guy is going to take out his dagger and charge over to help his friend out.
How many Gorn are left?
3. Spending a threat to make it lethal. Or giving a threat, sorry, to make it lethal. And gonna buy a die because he wants to have his reroll fire. I did the wrong thing. Come back. Thank you. Boop. Gorn's going to spend one of those threat to defend himself because, oh god, 2 Klingons now. And this one's going for his neck, so that's not fun. Klingon first. Gonna reroll that 20 and 16 because that's garbage. That's better. 1, 2, 3. 3 hits. Versus... 1, 2, 3. This Klingon will take the complication. He's gonna get some glory. I mean, what's the Gorn gonna do? Punch him? Why, yes, actually. Whack. So he's rolling not a ton of dice, but this is a vicious weapon. That is 3, 4, 5 damage from the dagger. So he does lethally stab the Gorn in the neck and brings him to the ground as the Gorn's slamming into him with his big meaty arm. Oh, book. This book. Thank you. For 5, but 3 of that is eaten, so he only takes 3 stress. He's been hit before, but that's not enough to drop him. So he goes down, gets bruised very badly from the beating, but is able to slay the Gorn in front of him. All characters have acted. New round. Last to move was the Klingons, so the turn goes to the Gorn. These remaining Gorn begin to flee off the ship because they have lost terribly. Actually, sorry, turn order. One of them flees. Generate, buy a threat, generate momentum off of this. Threat off of this. So the other guy can run too. Generated 2 threat. That's not enough, because I have to spend one of those threat for him to run away. So that guy gets away, I have 1 threat on the table.
And I'm going to kill the remaining Gorn.
So you move up to attack the remaining Gorn?
Yep.
Okay. He's going to spend that 1 threat to buy a die, that's for sure.
I'm going to buy 2 with bold security.
So 3 threat back to me. One, 2, 3, 4, 5.
And I'm going to re-roll that complication.
Okay. That's on a comp at least.
Yep.
That's 3 hits for him, which is a good roll. Unfortunately, not enough. As you generated 3, 4, 5, so 2 momentum generated. Roll damage.
So that's 8. Challenge this. 6.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. And slain where he stands. We have repelled the boarding. Aurelius and Delad, you notice one, this was also mocking up a larger battle across the ship. There were other Klingon security guys fighting other people out of the central group. So this is a abstraction of the larger battle that happened. And yeah, out of the many Gorn that went there, they only came back with like 1/6 of their forces.
I see. We see that they're running from my ship, is that correct?
Yep. The 1/6 is fleeing as you notice they're coming out of your dock and running for their lives.
I would like to carefully position myself between myself and this Gorn which is running away, and I would like to plant a foot in his path.
Can I take a shot at him as he's fleeing?
Are you going to charge into the dock and invade the dock?
No, I'm merely going to plant a foot in this Gorm's direction so he trips.
Yeah.
It's quite simple.
No, I was worried Hona was chasing after them into the station.
Now I'm gonna chase down the fleeing Gorn, because nobody escapes me.
Oh.
Oh dear.
So as you're, I'll let you trip at least one of them. Daring plus security. Difficulty 2, because they're not really paying attention to you at the moment. So it's not really opposed.
Oh man.
You just had to take a swing at one of them, didn't you?
I had to, yeah. Well, I flunked it.
The Gorn kind of steps over your foot. Actually, no, he doesn't stomp on it. You didn't roll a complication. He just steps over it. He growls at you, but runs as you notice Klingons are charging onto the dock.
Take cover!
They gonna get you.
He went that way, officer!
Hona, roll for me opposed daring security as you're leading a boarding party onto the station. New scene, by the way, so lose 1 momentum.
Okay, what am I rolling?
Daring security. Opposed.
Ooh, my favorite. I'm going to buy 2 dice, bold security.
Okay. I'm gonna buy all the dice back because this boarding party this station does not want you to seize the station from them.
I'm not after the station. I'm after the Gorn running from me.
Yeah, and the station has more Gorn on it, and you're invading the space station.
Bring it!
Oops, that's not right. Oh, wow.
That is a rough roll. My goodness.
So when you charge in, Hona, and you start slaughtering some of the Gorn that were running away from you, Aurelius and Dalad, you kind of step back along with many of the other civilians who are like, whoa, we want none of this. And as this is going on, the Maymok jumps into the system, and one of the Gorn ships warps away. And various other ships start fleeing from the station, as there's a general distress call coming from the Starport Authority 226, as there are Klingon pirates boarding the station. Please help.
Can I get a turn, perhaps?
Go ahead.
Computer, open up a connection to the Maymok. Priority.
Connection open.
Speak.
Captain Oda, call your warhound back before he kills the entirety of the station.
What's happening?
Well, your commander Hona has decided it is appropriate to slaughter the Gorn aboard the station. He's killing my business.
GM, are there still Gorn ships in the system?
There's only the one cruiser. There is a naval station, but that basically was servicing that one ship.
Okay, so are there native warships in the system?
Just freighters. They're armed with like basic phaser disruptor banks.
Okay, but like the naval station doesn't actually have any warships that are native.
No, it looks to be of Gorn design. A sort of military outpost to maintain their ship here and their garrison forces. The station is armed, but it's armed for like repelling the natives and keeping them in line, not fighting a concerted naval effort.
And we are in Klingon space, correct?
Well within it, yep.
Okay. So yeah, we'll move the Maymok into it's still in cloak into long range of the Gorn station. Or is it shields up?
Not yet. No.
All right. Full spread of quantum torpedoes at the station.
What the? For my business.
No, not the space station. The naval base.
Oh.
The Gorn installation.
Full spread, so you're giving me 3 threat because you're torpedoing.
Yep.
Control plus security. Difficulty 3, assisted by Weps plus security of the Maymok. And normally cloak ships wouldn't be able to fire from cloak, but these have the Rasa type cloaking devices, so these things can fire from cloak.
I need to make more security people for the ships. We only have one. I don't know how we missed that. Okay. So Oda will roll for this. Control security. It's 13. I'll give you a threat for bold security.
Okay.
And a third die. What's the diff? 3?
Yep.
Yeah. Okay. So take 1 threat, 2 threat, and 1 momentum for 4 dice.
Okay. Look at all this threat. I remember what it's like to have this much. It's too late, though. They're gonna die. Probably.
Strategy and tactics for focus?
Yeah. At least it has a lot of scale.
I'll re-roll that 16. That's 5.
Yep, so you generate 2 momentum. Roll your damage, please.
Oh wait, I got to do the ship's weapon security,
Oh yeah, that's true.
which is actually better than my score.
When the ship's better than you are.
It's 3 momentum total. Okay. And of course, take the miner to charge or calibrate.
Yeah.
So that's 9 challenge dice.
Oh, I thought I had torpedo in here. Oh well.
That is vicious.
Whoopsie.
So
9, 10, 11, 12. Yeah. It had shields down, so you did at least 5. So
Yeah.
2 breaches plus high yield, 3 breaches, 4 breaches. Oh no, high yield just has 1 extra breach. Duh. So 3 breaches so far. For an additional 2, you can have a additional 2 breaches occur for a total of 5 breaches.
additional to momentum.
Yeah.
Well, yeah.
How big did I think this station was? It wasn't that big. Just big enough to service that thing.
4?
No, that was the ship.
That was
Okay.
5 breaches isn't enough to take it down. However, that is a lot of breaches for one ship, for one station to take. Let me check my books here. It is a badly damaged station, as it's taken at least half or more of its breaches. It is still able to operate and try to fight back. If you don't do a swift task to attack it again, it will be able to bring its shields up. With difficulty, because everything it's doing is at a difficulty of +2, because it's badly damaged.
Can I send a communicate to the manga to also attack, to assist the Manok?
So I'll spend 2 momentum for a swift task.
Okay. Not at the moment, because we're in a sort of combat turn order now. Although it's a one-sided combat at this rate. They're pretty screwed. I wouldn't worry about it. Let's put it that way.
And let's see what I'm going to do here. Same thing again. I will spend my determination. Well, that's the wrong character. On. I travel the River of Blood.
Yep, I'll take it.
Okay. Here's 1 challenge die for veteran. Haha. Let's see. So I got 2 successes. I need 4 to hit, if I'm remembering right.
Yep.
So take 2 threat for the 3rd/4th die, and for bold security.
2 threat plus the additional. Are you doing another? Oh wait, you salvoed.
Yeah.
No, that would give me devastating anyway. 5, 6. Never. You can take all that back.
Okay.
I forgot that you salvoed.
I was rolling so well.
Yeah. That naval station explodes in the first salvo.
Okay. In that case, I'll order decloak. We'll raise shields, and I will hail the. I'll actually do a broadband broadcast to the planet and the station.
And as you decloak, and House of GitAH is about to make its announcement of its presence. That will be the end of the current tale, as more is to come from the boss system.
Damn, boss system owes me reparations for all this that happened. And
Hey, at least we kept your ship in one piece.
For all of you who are watching, thank you very much for watching and listening. Sorry about that little bump at the first end, and glad to see our new players. And we'll see you all again next time to see what happens in the boss system, as there are some mysteries lurking on the planet below. Have a good one. See you next time.
Short game today.